my beloveds. Namaste. Welcome in Lak'ech. Here we are. What a beautiful full moon week we've had. And wow. So please make sure you check out the shows earlier this week with Maria Wheatley. Oh, all about the other sacred places we're going in England in September. Make sure you join us now. This is a very rare convergence of energies and people and situations and moons. And we had a show earlier in the week with Morgana. And that already, a little bit like last week, is a pre volunteered oracle card and a very rare oracle card because it's not in the deck. So she came through last year as the Glastonbury retreat was coming online, was appearing to me, and I was walking that path, manifesting it. It was amazing. We're going back this year in a whole new epic way. And the opportunity to continue to connect to these energies, to the history, to the stones, the lands, the goddesses, these people, anything you hear about that's a myth, it's actually a truth in the sense that this is an archetype, it's a story, it's information, it's guidance, it's communication. So 98, 99% of the world, the reality is unseen. And we've been basically convinced and conditioned in our cultures, most of them. Thank you. If you were raised in a culture that you actually were respected for your clairvoyance, for your spiritual gifts, you were supported to do what your purpose was, not bullied and convinced and pressured to do what other people wanted you to do. So, divination, this is the oracle of the week. And so, this oracle is what is an oracle, right? Well, it's a happy word now. I love oracles. But the idea of an oracle is that it is a place to get an answer. It is a place to ask a question. It is a place to be in communication. And so, what are you communicating with? So, my deck, the Prosperity Magic Oracle deck, is here for you. It is the class is starting the very soon. The deck comes with it. It is printing. And as we have this unfolding of what they told me to call sacred feminine mysteries, it is all a part of the bigger picture where we are breaking down the old reality, we're balancing the sacred feminine, and we're coming into this place of unity that we have here. When you come into unity, you are in what? Clear communication, clear relationship with what? Jaguar, Ganesha over here, we got the Buddha down there, we got Jaguar more here, and so on. So all of the ideas of an oracle deck or or runes, right, or any system is to specify a language and a vehicle for the answer to come to you. And as you increase your intuitive skills, as you increase your trust of yourself, your willingness to practice, to stretch your abilities, because these are basic. Gosh, I think it's 30 years ago at least, one spiritual teacher told me people had better get to visualizing and practicing with their imagination really fast because it's such a powerful thing and it's kindergarten. It's kindergarten. We're like gods walking around. We forgot we were gods. We forgot we were divine. We forgot we were here already with everything we wanted. We have a choice, and that's okay. Now is the time to connect, to become that diviner, the oracle, the seer, the magician, the yeah, they're just showing me like through time, there's this tunnel opening up, and we have had so many different ways, trees, groves, nature, animal spirits, journeys, sacred plant medicine, going to sacred sites, doing ceremony, being grateful, going into meditation, all these different methods. It's very important to find a few where you can connect and continue to go deeper. So, what I love about teaching the Sacred Feminine Mysteries in my school and in this Oracle deck in class is that we have an opportunity to open up worlds with every single card. Okay, each one is a world, it's a mystery, it has multiple dimensions. So today, like I said, because we've been doing these Avalon shows, right? And we are getting to the point where it's very important to take your power back, make your choices, do the things that will help you to remember who you are, put you in touch with infinite energies, decode the library of the infinite in you, in the stones, in the land inside of you. Okay? So it's my favorite thing to do is decode ancient mysteries and to learn sacred wisdom. So tools like oracle cards, tarot cards, runes, coffee grounds, scrying, these are all forms of what is sometimes called magic, which is just understanding physics and the laws of the universe. Then you can change, you can reform, you can recreate, you can renew, you can resurrect. You know and understand all that is energy, and you know exactly how to work with it. So first you have to tune in, and you have to tune in a way that's authentic to you, that you can start to be open. You have to spend a little bit of time listening. You have to develop your capacity to trust, to receive, and then to have everything you've ever wanted. If you are like, well, I'm poor and it's not good enough, but I want it, I want it, I want it, you may never get it, or you may get it and be completely overwhelmed by it. So keep stretching yourself. These are all the cards from the deck. Not all of them, but these are all from my deck. So I want to make sure that you jump into the Secret Stonehenge Goddess retreat. There's 3 days with me, 3.5 days, where we're purifying and we're talking to the sacred feminine, and we're reclaiming our voice and our power, and we're healing our heart, and we're balancing our, and we're doing all this at the chakras of the earth and the Abbey and the heart of Avalon, the heart chakra of the world, and in the springs and the wells and the goddess house and all of that fun stuff. And then we'll be ready for the full moon, and we're going to go out to these stone circles and to go into these healing temples. And there's just nothing like it. Okay. And Maria has such wisdom. She's discovered the long skulled everybody. So this is the one with me, and that's the one with her, and they're both at the same website. So don't worry about it. This is the show we did the other day. I highly recommend it. Misunderstood to Majestic, where Morgana wanted to come, and she transmitted a healing direct from the heart of Avalon. She actually took us to the lake. The full moon opened up a portal. We were able to release all those things of being misunderstood, blamed, accused, and everything else, so that we could be free and purified. We reconnected to sacred feminine energies. She bathed us in the most amazing gaze of divine love. Really beautiful. So I highly recommend you enjoy it, you share it. Thank you very much. And now she has asked, like last week, we did a show with Eve, and then we have an Eve inspired sacred feminine mystery card. So she said, well, hey, I'm going to be the oracle of the week. And we had the same thing happen this week with Morgana. And normally I show up, as you might know, and I pick a card, right? Hi guys. And I pick a card, and I go, oh, you know, this is the card of the week, and it depends on who we are, and we do it all. That's our Eve inspired cards, if you can see that. And Morgana did not join this deck. And I have a lot of energies, goddesses, cards, and so on, that didn't come into this particular deck, and that may still speak through another deck. I do know we're going to have priestesses, could be multiple cultures, Mayan, um, Egyptian, Greek, and Celtic, like from here, something like that. So I'm sure that Morgana is going to speak from there. So if you haven't seen the show the other day, part of Morgana's history is relevant, because we're going to dive into, I'm going to show you the card that we did make. We're going to dive into let her speak, because she is our oracle. We are coming to ask her a question. So you can come with an intention, you can come with asking a question. In the Oracle card class, we're going to be going deep into all of these super multidimensional, amazing ways for you to connect with cards, to connect with the beings, connect with the land, the water, the elementals, all the different aspects that are encoded into these, and then blessed and infused with a direct connection to this energy. So all of that is truth. And if you open up to that, excuse me, you will start to become more of that oracle. That's the point, is for you to be able to communicate directly. And that's when we really get cooking with gas, as one of my friends used to say. So for some reason, these two images didn't get merged because probably she didn't end up in the final deck, but the image is meant to look like this. Here we have the sphere of the flower of life, or the Akashic Ascension sphere, which you see in all of my cards, and is a key part of our mystery school, a key part of our light body healing, a key part of our manifesting, cleansing, clearing, traveling dimensions. It has many, many powers. It is also around her wand, and she's holding a small one in her hand. This is a silver one, this is a gold one. In the show the other day, our power began to come back up here in our hand, just like that. Look right there. It was very powerful. So that was a healing. It was a re-empowerment. These are multidimensional journeys, no matter what, when you come with me. Okay. So let's just take a moment and really tune in. And then I'm going to share her message that she shared with us, because to me, it is so, so powerful. And then we're going to dive deeper into letting her speak as our oracle. So why right now are we being called for the sacred feminine to be revived, to look at the history we were told, to take women who were once queens and architects and rulers and healers and beautiful beings, and they were smeared or maligned or erased or blamed or accused or called whores or called sorceresses. And so she has a background of both. As Arthur, King Arthur, Camelot, Guinevere, they're all related. They were all trained with Merlin and with Vivienne in the uh, Isle of Avalon, which is the Tour now. And so Morgane, she ended up being the high priestess of Avalon, but she went from being the most beloved sister, the most loved, the fairy queen, and she is a fae. That's why she's called Morgane le Fay or Morgana le Fay, and the fairy queen. And so she holds that energy, and she speaks with the elements, and she is attuned to all of that. But then she has the side of where the story started to blame her to be a sorceress, an evil enchantress, using her magic, her powers, her wisdom for evil things to bring Arthur down for some unknown reason, even though she loved him. And there's a lot more to the story, but what's relevant now, what this energy is coming up for now, is that this is very important for us to remember, that to reclaim our sacred feminine powers, whether you're a man or a woman, you have to make peace with all that war and violence against sacred feminine wisdom, power, schools, wands, herbs, healing, magic, dimensions, being an oracle, being a seer, being a healer. There's so much persecution, shame, blame, pain, fear, burned at the stake syndrome. What if my head is cut off? What if my throat is slit? What if I'm outcast? What if I'm ridiculed? What if my reputation is ruined? This live inside of ourselves. And every one of these queens that have come in this Ancient Queens Empowerment series began with Guinevere. Interesting. To say you have to come back to love. You have to come and heal your heart, and you have to come back to love. Nothing else matters. Well, the truth is, yes, I can tell you from studying with many shaman, doing all kinds of shamanic journeys and healing with others. I take people on journeys. I can see through time and space and travel and energy work and a homeopath and all these years of doing this mystery school work, is that always the truth at the bottom, regardless of the culture, regardless of the time, if it is true wisdom, is love is the key. You cannot fake this. You cannot pretend that you're happy. You can't pretend that you love yourself. You cannot pretend that you forgive everything, including yourself, that you let go of your identity, all that pain and all that past and who blamed you and all of that. And that's her message. That's all of their message is you have to accept who you are, accept what happened, disconnect from agreeing to what it means. You don't have to believe it means anything bad whatsoever, and then use it as your doorway to power. Become balanced again, come heal in your heart. Then Mary Magdalene came through and pretty much talked all the time about being a priestess of Isis and how the priestesses are rising and the priestesses are calling, and it's time for the priestesses to come back together. And this is true. All the wise ones are gathering now. That's you, or you wouldn't be here. Now we had Eve, and it was a little bit of a surprise for Eve to come in, but this is the Isle of Apples. And so that idea of the apple, everything it symbolizes through many cultures, the apple is a symbol of Venus, it's a symbol of the sacred feminine, it's a symbol of the womb, it's a symbol of the five-pointed star, which is also, again, your third eye, which is your body, this way, like your 5 points, your head, your hands, your feet, the sacred geometry, all kinds of that. And then, of course, it goes back to the story of Eve that we're familiar with. And she came through to completely retell that story. But every one of them so far, really, the bottom line is I lived with this story. I agreed to it. I stepped into it. I suffered with it. I went through the ups and downs. And then I finally realized the door was through. I saw something recently that said that the secret to the matrix is that the way out is in. So you don't run away and you try to leave your life, leave your body, judge yourself, change who you are. You love who you are. You embody who you are. You let yourself be adored by these energies that are here to guide you back to unconditional love. And it has to be what we radiate. It has to be who we are. And then we get to enter the world of the split of the planets that's happening. So then what they all said, especially Morgana the other day, is that time to dump all of that agreement you have, everything you're carrying of shame, blame, abused, misunderstood, accused, everything, every life, anything to do with it. It's waste, it's heavy, it's draining you, it's holding you back, it's creating things you don't want. It's going to create more and more struggle because the world is opening up and you have infinite possibilities now to very, very quickly go to other times and places, work with other people, work with other parts of you. This is what the priestesses, the wise women, the medicine women, all of this energy that's coming forward now wants to do. Hear your inner voice. Listen to your heart. So heal it first. Okay? Okay, let's go take a look. So here is more, and this is clearly old because some of it's misspelled. So I can see how we had that one. You can see we started with it up here, then we moved it around. So this is a co-creation with the being, okay? And then I channel it, and Chris makes it, and Donna puts stuff, and we're just doing a whole little fun cauldron of goodies. Okay, so the Fairy Queen of Avalon represents fate, and she is Arthur's sister. So, what is fate versus destiny? Destiny is something that we feel is positive. This is what we are destined to greatness, destined to happiness, destined to remember who we are, to reaccess our powers, to shed the mantle of blame and everything that's been put on us, and to step into the path. The path of destiny does what? It moves forward. It brings you, opens the doors that you're looking for. It does all of those things that make life. I want to be here in the eternal now. Every moment is open. People on my field of bliss, doors are opening where I thought there were walls. They're opening only for me. Okay. So what happens when you feel like you're fated? Do you feel cursed? Do you feel stuck? Do you feel like you've had too many failures, that you're not good enough? Are you afraid to try again? What is it that you still have that you're carrying around? Maybe you've forgotten or stuffed, or you're numbing yourself to, or which you've healed, but maybe there's more of, or what is it that's right there in front of you that you are not stepping into? Okay. So turning your fate into destiny is one of the most powerful alchemical experiences that you can have. Now we're having, this is the message starting to come from Morgana. Thank you, my love. So before we open, I've already created sacred space. You can relax into this infinity healing chamber, a gold and silver temple of light above and below us. We're between the worlds at infinity, surrounded by the spherical consciousness of the flower of life, with the infinite possibility to travel, connect to, communicate with any time, any space. In this safe space, I am connected to my divine self, to my highest good, ready and willing, open and receptive to receive clearly, easily, download and release all that is optimal for me from this divine guide. And I open myself as an oracle. I open my intuitive self. I open all of my 360 senses in exactly the right way. For me at this time, I surrender, I receive. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So you are more than welcome to take a moment. I'm going to be in silence to think about whether you feel like you have fate, you can't escape. You've done certain things or missed opportunities that mean you can't ever have something. You can't be happy. You've lost your innocence. You have this moment now with clarity from this divine being who wants to show you, okay, that you're going to transform misunderstanding and ruined reputation into your soul power. That is what she is here to do. So you can look at her, you can look into the picture, you can close your eyes. And just call on any part of you in any time, any place that still feels attached, confused, blocked, stuck, challenged by any of these things, blamed, shamed, and so on. Any times I was misunderstood, any times I was accused falsely, any time that my good intentions failed because of something. Every time I feel like I was not able to carry out my mission, I was not able to love and protect the ones that I love, I was not able to complete in the full force power. I had to go down into darkness, face my fears. I had to face them because they are me. I had to go into blame. I had to go into shame. I had to go into everything I was accused of because they are me. Yes, yes, yes. So you want to turn your fate into destiny. You want to transmute. You want to transform. You want to transfigure. You want to shape shift a reality. Well, it is only an outpicturing of your inner image. You are that powerful. Ask to reconnect to your destiny, transform any misunderstanding you have about who you are, and you will not attract it. Disconnect from blame or anger or fear or victimhood. Forgive, allow, accept all the times you were abused, imprisoned, tortured, misunderstood, falsely blamed. Was your money taken? Was your life taken? Was your family taken? Was your home taken? Were you outcast from a group, from a family, from a town, from a school, from a religion, from a spiritual group? Was the finger pointed at you to take all the anger of people who didn't like that you knew more, that you were magical, that you were still connected to your truth, that you could hear soul, spirit, essence, power, elements. You could speak to the moon, you could dance, you were free. Do you have a wound of being free, being happy, and it not being safe? Do you have a wound that you are ready now to walk into? Because your wounds are your most juicy, powerful things. In fact, do you know that the very frequency inside of your wounds, like a homeopathic medicine, can be transmuted into the cure, like snake venom to cure a snake bite, like attracts like cures like reflects like. Now is the time for those wounds to become your doors to freedom. Choose that they're opening. But how are they opening? Are they opening to help you transmute and transform any perception? You ruined it. You blew it. It's too late. You can't have it. They don't like me anymore. They'll reject me. I lost. I'm afraid of my power. I'm afraid to be given money. I'm afraid to be given power. I misused it. What if I do misuse it? They misused it. Somebody will come to get me. What if someone stabs me in my back? Betrayal, 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 betrayal. It's in every chakra. And right now, it is your passageway to your soul power. There is nothing that can be withheld from you. But as long as you stand in the shadows, as long as you shame your own power, as long as you turn your back on yourself, even your shamed self, as long as you embody that shame and project it on others, it will haunt you like a shadow. But you have a chance now to purify, transmute, transform misunderstanding, fate, ruined concepts of absolutes, concepts of failure, concepts of mistakes. There is no such thing. And so it is. Will you believe it? Will you receive it? Because I am ringing a bell within your very heart center. I am poking these wounds. I am pouring something on them that will wake you up. Stop living inside of them. Stop drinking their poison. Stop giving life to anything that you feel wounded you. Take it now as your power, your wand, your scepter, your throne, your crown, your voice. Take it now and fill yourself, and I will stand here with you. I will never leave you. And I will give you what I found: divine love, unconditional love, complete and utter acceptance of exactly who, what, where, now, why. Nothing matters. Nothing matters. Nothing matters. Love unto you. Love surrounding you. Love beneath you, above you, behind you, to your left, to your right, within you. Love to the universe. Love to all time, to all lives, to all people, to all suffering. Love to all, to the earth, the moon, to the Father in the heart of the sky, to the Mother in the heart of the earth, to me and my heart. It is done. In la quecha, la ken, I am another you, you are another me. We are one. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, Morgana. Thank you, everyone. Have a beautiful and blessed day. I feel so happy. I look forward to seeing you soon. I also want to tell you to pay attention, because in July we are going to start the Intuition Awakening Summer Camp. wow, it's taken a while for it to really step forward, and it's going to be that next level step the way it has been for everybody who comes. Get practice every time using your intuitive gifts after we've opened them, given you new tools, and taken you to a new level inside of a sacred space where divination, where communication, where opening to your light language, to your skills, to your senses is so different, so easy. Everyone says that, wow, when I'm with you, it's so easy, it happens. And you get the confirmation and the affirmation, and you're going to take leaps because you're going to shed every single class as you leap into the next. And then come to the retreats with me in the fall. Let's go reclaim our crown, our power, our voice, our love, our heart, our balance. Let's give that to the world. Let's channel the heart chakra of the earth through us into everyone. Go to these sacred sites, go to these sacred stones, give the voices back to these ancient women, to this power that's coming up, so that it can radiate out to everyone. And we can live in the planet of harmony, creativity, peace, beauty, love, joy, bliss. Yes, infinite possibilities are here for us. I hope I see you soon, and prosperity and blessings are yours. Just accept them. Ask and you shall receive. Namaste. Akasha here. Please join me at nanakasha.com, and make sure that you subscribe to my channel here so you know when we go live. Thank you.